So 10 years ago, when somebody was making threats about hurting people at their school, or even sometimes threats of suicide, there wasn't that much that could be done. People might know that that person was dangerous, but if they hadn't committed a crime and they didn't qualify for some sort of involuntary mental health treatment, there wasn't a lot we could do to intervene. Red flag laws or extreme risk protection orders have changed that. They are a shown way to reduce suicides and probably to intervene in mass shootings as well. And they're a tool that law enforcement and others can use when somebody is clearly at high risk of doing something with a firearm, but they can't be arrested because no crime has been committed and they don't appear to need a mental health hold or qualify for one. So there is something that can be done about these folks who are making threats or have concerning behaviors or otherwise. It's really important that if you're a student in the school, or if you're a concerned parent or a teacher or an employer or somebody who's worried about someone, know that there is a way to intervene and reduce their risk, but you need to tell someone who can act. And that can either be a direct family member in most states for red flag law, or in all of the states that have them, a law enforcement who can file one with the courts. So in most cases, law enforcement can get an emergency order on scene, and they can remove any firearms from the person at risk at that time. They can also prohibit that person from purchasing more firearms. And due process is protected at all stages of this, so the respondent to the order will have a chance to appear in court in a few weeks and plead their side of the case. If the judge determines that they are in fact not a danger of hurting themselves or anyone else with a firearm, their firearms and ammunition can be returned to them and the prohibition can be lifted. If the judge determines that they are in fact at risk, they can continue the prohibition and their guns will continue to be kept away from them for the duration of the order, which can be renewed after 6 months or a year in some cases. You can call the new 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, and that's like 911 for emergency response to a mental health crisis. That person can call themselves or somebody else can call on their behalf, and the appropriate responders will come to try to reduce their risk. If you're in California, you can go to the Speak for Safety website at speakforsafety.org, and there are different tabs you can click on for various types of relation to that person. So law enforcement, employers, family members, and it can help walk you through how to pursue one of these orders.